September is National Preparedness Month, and it comes at a time when we are experiencing more disasters every single year. Meteorologist Cheryl Nelson is here with some tips on making sure that you are prepared. Hi, Cheryl.
Hey, Elsa. Thanks for having me.
I'm happy to have you here. So tell me, why is it important to have a disaster plan?
Well, Elsa, disasters are happening more often than people realize. We just had Hurricane Ida. There's wildfires out west. There's been flooding, tornadoes, all kinds of things going on. And that's why I've partnered up with ServiceMaster Restore to let people know that when disaster strikes, it's important to know what to do to protect what matters most. I've taught FEMA classes for several years, and the number of weather events is on the rise. In fact, in 2020, there were 22 weather events classified as billion-dollar storms. And that doesn't even count disasters unrelated to weather, like structure fires, leaky water pipes, explosions, falling trees, you name it.
There's certainly a lot to be concerned about. What are your top preparedness tips?
I always tell people, make sure you have a disaster prep kit ready with all of the essentials. Also have a family communicated plan, and then actually write down a list of important phone numbers, things like your insurance company, cable, internet, and also your local ServiceMaster Restore. The key is to prepare before with ServiceMaster Restore, the experts in property disaster restoration and recovery, available 24/7, 365. You can visit their preparedness center on ServiceMasterRestore.com to get a full list of tips and resources. Remember, after a disaster is not the time to look for a restoration company. It's key to prepare before.
So it seems like it gives us peace of mind to have a plan in place before something happens. But do you have any advice for people who are already dealing with it, like once a disaster strikes?
After a disaster, you want to make sure first that you and your family are safe. That is the most important thing. And after that, start assessing the damage and start getting professional help. Damage is going to be more costly if you let it be and don't treat it right away. And with ServiceMaster Restore professionals, no type of damage is too big or too small. With decades of expertise, they are standing by to help 24/7. Damage untreated, like structural damage, mold, and mildew, those can be expensive problems to fix.
And what would you tell someone who doesn't think a disaster can happen to them?
Oh my gosh, I know I hear that all the time, and that remains a challenge. Even as I teach my FEMA classes, and I'm saying disasters happen in all 50 states. What would happen if a disaster happened to somebody you love? The odds of experiencing a disaster are 1 in 20 per year, with an average cost of almost $14,000. And after a disaster, it can take days, weeks, or longer for services like roof repair or plumbers. And there are more than 850 ServiceMaster Restore locations nationwide, and they work closely with your insurance provider. Consumers rated them #1 among all national providers as highly professional, quality service, good value, and a brand they trust.
All right, where can we go for more information?
Go to ServiceMasterRestore.com/prepare.
Cheryl Nelson, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it, and we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.